guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
Yeah, Christmas time.
It's true, yeah.
Yippee.
We're about to finish for Christmas.
Pretty
Very
soon.
soon.
Yeah.
It's a tough time, Christmas, though.
Yeah.
Because I've got one of my mates, he's in a really bad place. And
Stoke.
I was going to say, not mentally. Not mentally. I had to go and see his auntie in Stoke.
Oh, no, poor sod. Oh, that's grim.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Yeah, but
Great time of year.
I mean, you know what there is.
Pubs are full.
Yeah, pubs are
At the
full.
moment.
But
Yeah,
also,
most of it, I think, at the moment. Now.
Office Blokes Christmas special, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock English time.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
On Christmas night. It's all edited and ready to go now.
So when you had your
Brilliant.
Christmas dinner, and it's 3 p.m. in the eastern region of the USA,
Yeah.
for example, good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're just ready to go to bed and you're in, say, like the Middle East, and you're thinking, don't know, just before I go to bed, might just watch The Office Blokes for a little bit.
Yeah, why not?
We'll help you nod off.
Help you nod off, yeah.
It'll give you a glimpse into the real dark side of living in Britain. Segway. Right then. The dark side of living in Britain. The weather.
Do you know, a lot of people are commenting on our on the video, the worst towns in England, and saying like they look really nice. And what they've done, they've picked the best pictures of certain places.
They have. Big time.
If you went to a council estate and took photographs, number one, you'd lose your camera.
Yeah.
Right, so you probably wouldn't have any photographs
Yeah,
to come out with.
yeah.
Or your phone or whatever you took. But it's it's a lot worse than what it shows on them photographs.
They're showing like beautiful Georgian buildings that are like well looked after in the worst town in Britain.
Yeah, they don't
It's
show the tin council houses.
Yeah, or I mean, some of the boroughs of Liverpool where there's just empty streets with boarded up red brick terraced houses.
That's pretty much everywhere in Liverpool.
It's quite a lot of it, but you know,
People still live in them houses.
Yeah. But they're just boarded up for safety.
Someone nicked the windows. Anyway, let's get into it. The dark side of living in Britain. Let's do this.
The dark side of living in Britain. If you're contemplating moving to Britain to escape poverty, for education, for career advancement, or to raise a family, think twice before you hop on the train. There are dark sides of living.
Where are you getting on the train
From France? Is he just talking to French people? Is that it?
It's only one place the train comes from.
It is UK.
Britain.
It's Britain, isn't it? It's not
Britain.
just England.
Yeah, it's Britain.
Right, okay.
Britain. Yeah.
that you need to consider closely. When people arrive in Britain in search of a greener pasture, they're rudely shocked by those dark sides. Today, I'm going to show you some of them. They're actually among the reasons why foreigners who intend to live in Britain don't stay. I need to quickly tell you this. The listing here represents just my personal opinion, and some might consider it a plus and not a minus. Number 1. The cost of living is high. There's no arguing this point, especially if you're living in London and other high-end cities in Britain. What you spend mostly on accommodation is a dark side of living in Britain. Rent is astronomically huge. Even outside those cities, rent generally gulps a large chunk of your earning, compared to the cost of living elsewhere in Europe. You're made to feel you're in the UK to work simply to get a place to lay your head. Number 2.
I got a text about half an hour ago saying I'd forgotten to pay my rent.
Oh, you didn't forget.
No, I did. I genuinely stuff like that I take seriously.
Yeah.
But luckily nowadays, app on the phone, just boop, done.
I wouldn't know anywhere else in Europe how much it costs to rent.
I don't think it's that expensive over here to rent.
I think just in London, take that out of the equation, because I mean, obviously, city centre London, that's astronomical. We know that.
You can still get something decent. I mean, you're in the centre of London. It's like going in the centre of New York or Paris or whatever. It's going to be expensive any sort of like main city like that.
Where I'm renting currently, not for much longer, in Northwich is cheap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Depends where you live.
550 quid for a two-bed house for the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that far away either, is it?
No, and that's massively doable for your average person. Imagine a couple and you're sharing that rent.
Yeah.
I think
Easy.
it all depends where you are. I mean, again, city centre Manchester might be a little bit more, but it's a brilliant city, isn't it? You know, you get what you pay for, don't you? But I don't think in general it's
I don't.
a rent astronomical or anything, is it?
Imagine you probably rent like a 5-bed detached, massive garden in Stoke for about 80 quid a month.
Yeah, they're giving you. They're free. They're subsidised.
They'll pay you.
I like this. The weather's unstable. No, it's not. We always know what the weather's about.
I love the weather in England.
I do. It keeps you guessing, doesn't it?
Well, we get all seasons, don't we?
Yeah,
In
a day.
Definitely do. In a day.
We can in a day.
In June.
You're right.
Yeah.
Weather is unstable. If you have to plan your days and weeks based on weather forecasts, think twice before you start to live in Britain. The weather is pretty unstable. It rains a lot in Britain. For some people, it's not a problem, especially those who were born and bred in the UK. For those who move in from other countries, the weather is something else. You can't rely on it. However, as you advance southwards, you find that you get less rain, and it usually gets warmer. Even then, when you're going out, please don't forget your brolly, is the popular saying. Well, this is the dark side of living in Britain. Number 3, binge drinking. British drink a lot if they can afford it, and almost everyone can afford to binge. There's a dangerous culture among university students called pre-drink. This means they drink a lot of alcohol before they go out partying. This doesn't prevent them from taking more drinks at those parties. But the basic idea is that they drink to the point of getting drunk so that they'll have a front for not drinking a lot more when they get there. They had to drink such that it will be obvious that they're drunk. That takes off the pressure to pay for more expensive drinks at their party. For other people, this might even be a pro.
There's the least British picture.
Oh, like a bunch of winos.
I know, yeah.
Like you're drinking from a bloody round paper bag.
They show like a nice glamorous girl with her hair done well and nice nails and all that.
Yeah,
they don't show that fucking bum in Piccadilly Gardens look unshaven for like 28 days and hair never been washed.
That's what she looked like 5 years before she hit the spice and the wine.
In a con, an invitation to go to the UK. Let's go there and drink. It may also be excused that those binge drinkers are preserving the British thriftiness tradition while partying nicely. But this is not limited to use. Adults do it too. Imagine going on a lunch break and having a beer or two.
Yeah.
The drinking culture here is quite permissive, but it's not going to be a dark side for the alcoholics. Number 5.
Boris drinks on the job. That means we can.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. I used to drink 8 cans of lager before I went out.
What, to work?
Yeah, before I used to drink. No, before a night out, when I was skint and a student and stuff like that, I'd drink 8 cans of lager and it'd just be no big
so
deal.
there's a bit of truth in that one, is there? Students tend to do it before they go out.
Yeah, because you're skint, and like if you're a student in
lager.
Live in the middle of Manchester where a pint costs 4 or 5 quid at the time I was a student, then you've got to get pissed before you go out.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the only way.
That. Not sure about everybody else, though. I mean,
I just go out earlier.
Yeah, like nowadays I'd rather just enjoy being in the pub having drinks, but I'm not after getting shit-faced. I just getting shit-faced is a consequence of just enjoying drinking and socialising.
No, I like to get shit-faced.
No, I do, but
it's the law.
Yeah, anyway, that's why I've got a plaster on my hand, because I was doing DIY after a bottle of wine last night.
DIY.
I won't say what kind of DIY, but DIY.
Salaries are poor. How much would you consider an ideal salary? It depends on where you work vis-a-vis where you live. And we aren't dealing with figures now, oh no, not today. But why are most people using cheap and small cars? The fact is that most people living in Britain struggle to survive. The dark side of living in that country is that the salary is too poor to make you rich. Number 6, British...
That's a bit of a sweeping statement, isn't it?
People drive small cars because it's fucking hard to park anywhere.
We've got small roads.
Smaller roads.
Parking shite. You squeeze into little tiny gaps.
We've got roads that are like hundreds, thousands of years old, haven't we? You know, and they haven't
hundreds
changed.
of thousands.
Well,
I don't think they're that
hundreds or thousands.
Oh, okay.
But some really, 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 really old roads.
Yeah.
But
Could be 1,100. That's 100 and 1,000.
Yeah. All right, get your point. But yeah, that's a bit of a sweeping statement, anyway, isn't it?
People in Britain, what did he say? Struggle to survive.
Yeah.
Some do.
Everyone by the
Some do, but some do in every country.
Go and check out the queues for any McDonald's and see how skinned people are.
He didn't actually come up with the average salary, did he? Which would be quite easy.
It's
to
about.
do
It's
if
about.
you just Googled it.
It's about 25,000-26,000.
Something like that.
Salary.
That's average across the board, isn't it? But
that's the across the board one.
Yeah.
British foods are unseasoned. This whole thing of our food is trash. I think a lot of our like butty shops aren't necessarily the best. I think, say, when you pop out the office in the States, you've probably got a multitude of better options for lunch than we have. But you go to a nice restaurant, things are beautifully cooked, beautifully seasoned over here.
We've got some top chefs, haven't we?
Yeah, some of the best chefs in the world are from here.
And there's food from all over the world as well. I mean,
precisely.
When you go into town, certainly into Manchester, I mean, a lot of restaurants aren't even English anyway, are they? No. Not British.
That's true.
I don't think you'll go into a British restaurant.
Well,
sorry, we went out Christmas do. That's a British restaurant. That's quite nice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right. But you don't. I don't know. I mean, you probably know better than me. You go out a lot more, but you tend to get more different restaurants than just British. There's not many British restaurants.
There's only one I can think of that springs to
It's
mind.
mostly it's mostly pub grub. It's like a nice pub is usually a British
and even
menu.
Then it's usually food from other countries as well, even on that menu, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
I love these videos. They're great. They get so defensive about.
Well, I think it's a bit of an old stick to beat us with, isn't it, about the food and stuff. I don't think it's as bad as people
the
say
next
these
one is
days.
all of their teeth are bad.
That Scotch egg looks nice.
Scotch eggs are bullshit anyway. To be
fair.
Great. I've never had the what's the Man City one.
Oh, with the black pudding in it.
It's black pudding and warm as well.
I bet the yolk in the egg just a little bit runny as well.
Yeah, that
really
sounds
good.
amazing. Yeah. They're a bit dry like that though.
Not for me.
Or unseasoned.
Sausage and eggy stuff.
Not everyone will agree with this, but it is to many a dark side of living in Britain. If you have a background similar to mine,
Fred West is a dark side to living in Britain. Not a
Harold
Shipman. Yeah, Harold Shipman.
Harold Shipman.
Tell me anything wrong with that pan of food there.
It's blatantly
That looks
props because there's
beautiful.
no way you can cook that fry up in a pan that
Why he's
small.
got 3 sausages, but one of them looks very different to the other 2.
Yeah.
Because it's not
No black pudding.
It's not real. What's that green stuff?
You don't get like that in spoons, granted, but I mean, it's
Bacon doesn't look right neither.
all right, crap.
who would see British foods as bland. You may be surprised that some Britons don't add salt to their rice or noodles. Some people consider those foods underseasoned, while it's cool for some. But there are many good
we put salt and vinegar on everything.
Hey, that famous British staple food, rice and noodles.
Yeah.
restaurants where foods are adequately spiced, and there are places where you can eat continental foods. Number 7. Britons are very reserved.
How dare
That's
you.
the English heritage. Britons are polite and are naturally reserved. Each one makes conscious efforts to avoid offending the next person.
Yeah, sorry
That
about
politeness makes them avoid meddling in other people's affairs.
offending.
However, what is considered meddlesomeness might actually lead to boredom for many. This is a dark side of living in Britain. Imagine your neighbor not caring about how you're doing and not being available to help in case of an emergency.
That's normal.
This can make living in Britain so boring, less social. Number 8.
I wouldn't say that's boring. It makes it exciting. People banging on walls going, shut the fuck up.
Our neighbours used to like me because I was like neighbourhood watch. So if anyone come around the street, like who was looking trouble, I just go outside and just sort of like follow them with a golf club, have them a race down the road.
It's difficult to find friends in Britain.
Friends, British friends.
Your friend.
It's difficult to find friends in Britain. Consequent to the point just mentioned, you'll find it difficult to make friends in Britain. It'll take a while. Remember, these people are reserved and over-polite. It's difficult to develop relationships and to deepen the existing ones. The dark side of living in Britain, if you're not a Briton, is that people don't easily open their hearts to strangers. It's a culture shock to many from places where people love to engage strangers in conversation straight away. Britons may be nice at first and talk to you for the first few seconds or so. After the small talk for a couple of minutes, they start to turn away, as if they're telling you, hey, it's time to go, I've had enough of this conversation. We can't build a relationship easily, so if you just come as an expat or a student, you should be prepared for that dark side.
I see that as way more real. And a lot of other countries like, hey, how you doing? What are you up to? And like they I think a lot of that is put on. And we're just a bit more like, you're right, mate, how you doing?
What gets us sort of like...
Yeah.
You know when it's time, because everyone goes, right.
Gotta go and fill the car up now.
Right then. Right.
I think maybe in general we are a bit more reserved, obviously.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we
He's
are.
not.
We're taking the piss a bit.
I'd talk to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people are more outgoing, aren't they? You're massively outgoing. I'm not at all. You're probably a lot more than me, but maybe not as much as him. So it's a big range of different type of personalities. Isn't
I'll
it?
be your friend.
It's hard to make friends with me.
No one wants to be your
To
friend
actually,
anyway.
I know. That's why it's so hard.
Tried.
No, but I mean, like, I get on with everyone, and I can be, have a nice time chatting to someone, but to get past that and actually want to engage with a person and text each other and all that sort of stuff is a bit of a different...
Maybe a bit more guarded, I suppose.
Yeah, it takes me a while.
Maybe we want to know people just a bit more, know the real person rather than just like a bit of a facade and like an act.
I'm on about 30 WhatsApp groups. That's
yeah,
there's loads of them. They're all different sort of like crews that I hang around with, sort of thing, for different pubs, different sports, and different things like that. Well,
fair enough.
Yeah, friends, you make friends easy if you think personality. You just got to start talking.
Yeah,
get on with people.
Sit in a pub, moan about something over a pint, and then people go, "Yeah, it's fucking shit, isn't it?"
I've made friends. I've made friends in the pub, just stood at the bar and kept just natural talk going on like that. One of my best mates now, I met him in a bar. And just he was with his wife, I was with my wife, and I said something to him at the bar. Next thing, he's quite chatty, you know, Bri. Bri started talking back, and now we're best friends.
Yeah.
You know,
pub friends.
Go on holiday together and everything. Friends.
Number 9, houses are very small.
That's true.
Not all of them.
I agree with him on
If
that.
you're used to living in a semi-detached duplex or a house with a palatial living room and bedrooms with big beds and more space, hey, you aren't going to get that in Britain. The houses are too small. Britons generally don't live in big houses. No, not here. This is the dark side of living in Great Britain. Small houses automatically get small entrances, leading to rooms which should automatically have small doors. You'd better cut down on your weight, as you can't live comfortably in those small rooms in Britain if you're big.
Yeah,
You'll love this nevertheless. The smaller the rooms, the cheaper it is to heat them.
Yeah.
Number 10, roads are small.
That's true.
I wonder why anyone would be surprised upon entering a room in Britain and realizing that those rooms are small. Haven't you passed through roads before getting to the small houses and rooms? How wide are the roads? Haha, there you are. Roads are just too small in Britain, and that is another dark side. That's why you can't automatically get a driver's license in Britain no matter how long you've been driving your country. It's not just because you drive from the left, you also have to learn to drive on narrower roads. They are comparatively smaller than roads in other parts of Europe. Number 11, car insurance is very expensive.
Can't comment on that one because I don't know what it's like in other countries. The car insurance.
Yeah, again, not sure. I mean, it's certainly not cheap for first-time passers, is it? For young
Oh, it's insane for young people.
It's really expensive.
I don't pay a lot though.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
But I
then
did.
Again, I've got full no claims. I'm a lot older, so
Yeah. So do I.
it comes down a lot then.
Full no claims. When they phoned me up and said, "Do you have any no claims?" I went, "I don't even know what that is."
I think
Just give me a price, man.
Is it after 9 years it becomes full? It's like maxed out.
It used to be less than that, didn't it? Like 4 or 5 years. Then you get like a big discount on your
Yeah.
premium.
I think
So
I've got about 10 years, but I protect my no claims bonus.
Yeah, it goes up to a certain level, then that's it. It don't go any higher. But yeah, you can just get a discount on your insurance. So.
Nah, but I've just got insurance for my son. I mean, he's not passed his test yet, but he's taking his test soon. So I've got in the car with insurance. It's dead cheap, proper cheap.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that sarcasm?
No, for a learner driver, less than £1,000.
What? Just wait until he passes his test.
Yeah, then it goes up. Yeah, but they told
yeah.
it'll go up, and it said it'll only go up to like 1,300.
I've heard people talk
And you have to have
about.
he has to have a box in his car
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
to speed
Yeah,
and
you can get
braking and
cheaper.
driving. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
you
heard-
get cheaper the black box in it, can't you?
I've heard people like 19, 20, 21 say it's $4,000 for a 1 litre petrol to insure it for the year.
They must have had an accident or something.
No, with nothing. It's
Yeah,
like first
really?
time, first
Wow.
car.
Yeah, they're usually looking at like 12, 13, 1,500 for the 1,600 for a first time passer. Let 18 to 20, I suppose. But
That's how it works in the UK. You cannot drive a car in Britain if you're not insured. You insure not just the car, but also the driver of the car. You know what that means? You don't have a car, and you have to use your friend's car as a licensed driver. You've also got to ensure that your driving insurance is still valid. Otherwise, you have to buy insurance even if you are using the car for just 2 days. Number 12, you need a license to watch TV.
do, that's true.
yeah,
It may piss you off to have to pay for what they call the TV license to watch the TV you bought with your hard-earned money. Yes, unlike what obtains in some other countries where you get a few channels, you can get a whole range of TV channels in Britain. But if you watch your TV without buying a license, you're watching it illegally. Number 13, Inequality.
It's only for the BBC, though.
It is
It's
just-
a BBC license.
It's
not-
historical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the BBC, they were the first television company in the country,
Yeah.
and to fund it, people had to pay to watch the television.
Yeah.
They've just kept it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they don't have any adverts, and
Yeah,
that's the
but
only way they can get funded.
adversely, there are no adverts on the BBC. So although
there
you
isn't.
pay for your license, I bet a lot of Americans, for example, would pay $9 a month or
Yeah.
whatever a TV license
Ad-free.
is to
For a
get
free
rid of
channel.
all the adverts off the channels.
Yeah.
It's well worth it, isn't it? If the programming's good.
But the programme's shit in it.
Most of
On
it is,
BBC.
yeah.
Well,
90%
because
of it
they-
is.
they
You only
might
watch it for one programme, Match of the Day.
And the amount of other content that's out there now, there's like hundreds and hundreds of channels, isn't there? You know, it's not just the BBC and that, the other 3 or 4 channels we used to have.
Apparently, though, it's not illegal now not to own a license.
No, it's not. It's a grey area.
It's a grey area. Because Gaynor came to me the other day for the license, and she says, "Oh, you need to, renew the license." She looked at it and went, "No, don't pay it." Tell them we haven't got a TV.
Yeah, what TV?
What TV? They're all over the place in here, aren't they? There's one in reception as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, to be fair,
that's going to be a monitor.
They only stream. They don't connect to.
There's no antenna. There's no aerial.
Yeah, true.
As much as the government of the UK is talking about levelling up, inequality is still everywhere in Britain, and this is the dark side of living in the UK. The income inequality level is very high compared to other developed countries. It's also there in access to healthcare, even though it's better than what obtains in many other countries. There are other dark sides that other people will consider good sides, however, it depends on how you view it. If you love this video, please let us know in the comment section below. Kindly remember to subscribe to my channel. Please let me...
I enjoyed that one.
Another minute left.
He's just doing the spirit. So go and like and subscribe on this channel, link in the description.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't mind a little bit of...
we won't have to go with him, but just obviously we've got a first-hand experience, haven't we? So it's nice to hear the other side, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing I'd probably agree with on that is that obviously the licence is true, and the binge drinking.
Houses are small.
Maybe.
On average, houses are small.
Yeah, I mean...
Mike lives in a mansion.
If only.
Yeah, I just had it extended.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it, again, it's historical, isn't it? It's like the roads, we've got narrow roads, but old houses, small houses that were built on them, that have been there for like centuries, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
the house I'm moving into, whether you believe it or not, in a couple of months, it was built in...
Yeah.
It was built in the 1870s, and the bedrooms upstairs are absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
Like one of them's big enough for a bed, that's it. But the downstairs has been extended, and that's big. But
bigger.
That's an old...
Yeah,
160-year-old cottage.
Well, a lot of the houses, like where I used to live in Sale, was a 2 up, 2 down. It was They were all them terraced houses like that were manufactured for like coal workers and steel workers and cotton workers,
absolutely,
and things like that. So all it was their digs.
Yeah,
that's what mine is. Salt miners.
Outside bath and all that. Outside toilet.
Cheap, no front gardens. Just right on the street.
Right on the door. Yeah.
That's it. It's just sort of like a... Well, just needs must, wasn't it? In those times.
Yeah, and now they're worth a fortune.
Yeah, well, can't we? Absolutely. Yeah,
it's crazy. But I don't mind that. That was always going to divide opinion. We were always going to always going to disagree with a couple of them. But
but I think I'm the friendliest British person you'll meet. I'm one of the angriest, but I'm also one of the friendliest.
I think you're one of the most outgoing and sociable that I've known.
Yeah.
You will genuinely talk to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the conversation going on the train, in the pub.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Anyway.
So I'll be your friend, so ignore what he says.
Of course you will.
Office bloke friend.
If you come to England, I'll be your friend. Simple.
That sounded weird, didn't it?
Unless you're ginger, then you can fuck right off. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.